Yeah, man.
All right, we back. R&R Podcast. We got the one and only world famous G-Man, Gerald Parks, straight out of the P. You know what I'm saying? From all the Hodge alumni. How you doing, G?
I'm good. I'm glad. Okay, we've been wanting to get you up here for a minute. I appreciate y'all, man. I had a hell of a weekend with y'all. Yeah. It was a lot of fun, baby. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But man, every time we have a guest on there, we have 5 cigar questions. How did you get started smoking cigars?
Oh man, I used to go to Mexico way back in the day.
Okay.
And then I got a family member who got his own little spot in another country. So he bring me back some very good stuff.
Okay. Let me ask you this: do you have a favorite cigar? It could just be your favorite.
Other than
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite.
No favorite.
Depends on what I'm drinking.
Okay.
Things like that. Yeah.
What's 2 or 3 of the cigars that you can think of that you smoke? Any one that comes to mind?
Well, this one right here. This is the aging room.
Okay.
I like that. I like if I'm having something kind of sweeter, fat bottom Betty.
Yeah.
You know, I'm that kind of guy.
Okay. Very good. And what would you say is the perfect drink with a cigar?
It's got to be cognac.
Cognac. Okay.
Gotta be cognac.
He got to be from Pomona. There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And then he said cognac. And then perfect meal with a cigar.
Oh, definitely steak.
Okay, steak. Steak, and then what's your steak and lobster? What's your sides?
Oh, mashed
There
potatoes.
you go.
Asparagus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably go steak, lobster, potatoes, either asparagus or a spinach souffle, and I finish it off with either old fashioned or French connection.
Definitely old fashioned.
Old fashioned or French connection, dog.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's my thing.
There you go, right there, baby. We had a cat up here. He said he would have. It was like all light stuff. I like fish, but if I'm having a steak, if I'm having a cigar, I want a steak. I don't want sea bass. I like sea bass, but for me, if I'm having a cigar, I want a steak, potatoes, asparagus, lobster tail,
sure, got hit with that broccoli.
broccolini. So man, that's good. So man, talk to us, man. Randy has more history with you, but I heard your name years ago. Randy calls you the world famous G-Man. How'd you get started DJing?
I started when I was 16 years old.
16.
Started doing like modeling shows and parties in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And then I had a friend of mine that just tell me about his friend that he wanted me to meet. And he's like, man, you gotta meet my friend. Matter of fact, the guy that introduced us actually passed away a couple of weeks ago. His name's Michael Mora. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, his son Cameron played for the Vikings.
What's his last name?
Mora.
Okay.
Cameron Mora. Yeah. They went to camp.
Okay.
Him and his brother.
Okay.
So I finally, this guy, I called him a couple times. He didn't call me back. Finally, he started calling me, and we kept missing each other. Finally, we hooked up, and that's Michael Hayes. You guys know him as Shell of LA.
Yeah.
So we started kind of doing things together a little at a time. I used to go to these dances at the Speedway. The Ontario used to have a Speedway that was right off of the 10.
Okay.
And they had 2 sides to this place. And we used to pack that place. Party there. We did a Claremont place called The Coop.
Okay.
We did the Fairground. We had everybody we had Elder Bars, the Gap Band, a couple other bands. So we collaborated with that with Dr. Dre, Bobcat,
that's my boy.
and Egyptian Love.
Yep.
So it was all of us and them. And the funny thing is that we would trip because they would bring out all these instruments. And I would be like, man, what are they? They're doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't laughing now. Yeah. You sell your company for $3 billion, man. You ain't playing.
You doing something, yeah.
And they're still good dudes, man. They're still good dudes, man.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we kind of started. But then Shell and I would do these parties. But another guy who passed away, his name is Special K. There's Hal Kim, big tall dude. He used to sneak me in the club, man. And I had this big old afro, man. It was funny because I was in there. And I knew I wasn't supposed to be in there. And the guy was like, I better not see a drink in your hand. I said, I don't even drink.
Yeah.
So I'm standing there. This is a crazy story. And Richard Pryor, this guy goes, son, what are you doing in here? And I was like, I looked up, it was Richard Pryor. He's standing in the club with us. It was called the Greenhouse. It was on Wilshire.
Okay.
You know,
you were traveling.
Yeah, man. And then I did Crossroads.
Yeah.
Now Shell did the Golden Tail.
Xerox building.
He did the Golden Tail, man, and he used to kill that. That was, we had some great times.
Yeah.
So
Golden Tail was nice, right?
So that's how we kind of really started doing, the dance.
You guys would do it together. Huh?
We would do it together. It'd be like 4 of us. We had productions, Ultimate Sound.
Okay.
Ultimate Sound is our production.
Funny story about Bobcat. Bobby is Charlie Mack, my buddy. That's like his best friend. They're like family.
Mm-hmm.
Bobcat went to Audubon. He's a year older than me. I think he's class 85. And he went to a contest. You know, story about him, how he became LL's DJ.
Yeah.
He went out, he went out to New York, missed the contest. He used to DJ for Uncle Jam's Army.
Yeah.
But Bobby was short. They used to have him stand on a crate.
Yes.
And because he's a year older, man, he was cool. He grew up in the 40s. That's, right there. He's catch the bus together. So he went out to New York and he missed the contest, but he went to a club, supposedly. This is a story I've heard.
Right.
Ran into LL. And he said, let me spin. And he spun, and he got put down with LL.
Yeah.
So Bobby was good.
No. Bobby did some stuff. They were scratch masters, and they were beat jugglers. And I'm talking about, man, we used to have so much fun. Bobby is a big jokester too.
Okay.
So, back then, we used records and we had slip mats, right? So, slip mats are what helped the records spin back really, really fast. And what Bobby would do is when you went to go get another record, you had to bend down and get it. He was studying slip mat. So you had to keep an eye on him because he was small.
He was short.
So years and years later, we were at the Palladium. One of my other boys was DJing at the Palladium, and the beat was giving away all these tickets, for the event. It was like a Christmas drive. You had to bring a toy and get in. Well, what they were doing is they were giving them the tickets for the other side. The VIP for the people that were getting the tickets was on the other side of the Palladium. But where I was going was behind the DJ. Yeah. And that's where all the celebrities, Eddie Murphy, everybody was in there, Velvet DeVoe. Yeah. And so I was in there, and my wife now, she looks at me, she goes, this dude keeps looking at you and he keeps smiling. So I was like, looking. It's like, oh, that's Bobby.
Yeah. He was a joke. Yeah.
But he's taller now, though.
He's a bit short.
Yeah.
They used to have him standing on the crate. Yeah. Uncle Jam's Army was off the chain at the sports arena, man.
Roger, we were all at Roger's funeral, man. And everybody was in there. DJ Quick, everybody was in there.
Is Roger the guy? Is he from Uncle Jam's Army? Is he the guy?
He's the guy. He's the Uncle Jam's Army. Yeah. That's what that was, man.
That's crazy, man. You have any other crazy story? My only crazy story about the Palladium is seeing Mike Tyson there in '90. People didn't really know who he was. No social media, no internet, and boxing people, but he didn't have a big name. He was big in '89, but he was walking around like a regular dude in some jeans, tennis shoes, not flashy. He wasn't. And he was walking past people, but like some people recognized him, but not like now. But what's another crazy DJ story?
I got some friends that they're in a group called Something for the People. Boy, yeah, they saw Jeff, and Jeff had passed away. He was the guy who was the lead singer. So Ro calls me up and goes, "Gee, I need you. Well, he worked for MCA Records, and Ro said, "Well, gee, can you come over here? Can you come out to LA and do this thing for the record company for the Soul Train. So I get there, I'm working. I have to go drive home to Pomona, get my stuff, and then they go to LA. So I get there and I'm doing this room. It was probably a little bigger than the room next to us. Man, every celebrity was in there. I mean, everything is so strange. I'm talking about from Johnny Kemp. Just got paid. Yeah, he was in there. Heavy D. Pebbles was in there. Karen White, Westchester High. And there were so many people in there, but then Michael Spinks is in there, and I think this is around the time that they had the fight. Yeah, they had the fight. And then so Spinks is in there, and then Mike Tyson comes walking in. So I'm like, I'm looking like, you know.
Yeah.
So at the end of the night, there was this, I don't know who this guy was. He was telling, everybody what to do. And they had to tell Michael Spinks that, hey man, you gotta go. And he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay and party. Oh man, they were trying to shut that room down, man. I had him in there. I had to crack it. I was in there with Foster McElroy. Yeah. They were my dogs, man. They were in Atomic Social Club. So that's the caliber of people that were in there. And then the funny thing is they had to tell him to leave, and he was like clowning the dude because the dude couldn't do nothing to him. Yeah. Even though he just got beaten up by Tyson. Yeah. So that's another crazy story. But I'll never forget. I got to meet Heavy D, one of the nicest people I've ever met. But I remember Heavy D was what he had just bringing out an album. And him and Dougie Fresh, he was letting Dougie Fresh listen to it like on a Walkman. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. We named ourselves that. Yeah. Drake, crazy, man. Drake, know what that is. Yeah. Crazy, man. I did a party for a producer, and they brought me the record. They had just pressed it, and it was on this stuff called acetate. And the thing was this thick. And they wouldn't let me play any Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson was hot. Yeah. So I was like, come on, we were mad, right? Yeah. But the record they brought us was LaToya Jackson. They wouldn't let me play Michael because they were representing her. So that's how, that's how the business is like that. It's cool. I get to meet some good people like you guys. Yeah. I love what I do, man. I mean, I did Damian Hall's 50th birthday party. Wow. A DJ for Joe Torre at the Improv. Okay. So we do a lot of big things. I've been all around the world, Canada, kind of supported by artists. Well, you said it, world famous. I've been to Jamaica probably 9 times. Maybe I can't. DJ what weddings or? Oh no, I do a travel group. Group travel there. My girl Chica Hunter. I do. Chica who comes in here. Yeah, bro. Yeah, she just sent me a thing about, and I didn't know that she knew a lot of people I know. Yeah, and you know her. You know who she is. Yeah. And I met her here, and she just had a yacht party like last month. So that's my girl. That's who I didn't know that was the same girl. Yeah, that played at Ganesha. Yeah. Small world. That's crazy. Yeah, if you go sometimes go in Mason's, that's her son in this model. Okay. Yeah, he's been on like Insecure, his brother Junior, man. Okay. He's the man too, man. Okay. Shout out to them, big ups to them, man. Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. How'd you guys meet?
High school.
Yeah.
He's 2 years older.
So he's class of 70. 72.
No,
so he graduated winter of 70, and you're spring of 72. Okay.
Like I told him, this dude was like the soundtrack of our lives, dude. Like, man, coming up out here, and they had the thing called Mount Sac Reading.
Oh, did you DJ that?
Yeah, DJ.
Wow, I would go to the party.
I was the extra guy with Shell. I would do that with Shell, and then I started doing it, start doing it regularly. Okay. Yeah, I went to those off the chain, man. Yeah. And off the chain. Hey, yeah. We had everybody from UTFO to remember Bobby, Jimmy, and the Critters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had them. We had George Clinton. We had Ice Cube. Okay. Back when, with nobody,
I didn't know it was that big out of Randy because I was in LA. I was going to LA stuff. And my buddy Kenyatta Watkins told me we were home from Oklahoma. He was like, man, you're gonna come to the Mount Sac. You know, I was like, a party at a junior patch?
Man, classic.
Yeah, we didn't have no parties. See, I grew up in LA. There were no parties in Southwest College. There were no parties. Mount Sac, but the parties, so the parties like the night after the relays, a Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
How many years did they do that, right?
Oh, a long time.
Like 10, 15?
Yeah.
Yes.
That lady even flew me and Sheldon to Arizona to DJ. We did a in someplace, I don't know, but we killed it, you know. Me and Sheldon, we're brothers, man. So, you know, we kind of vibe. It's not like, you know,
Competition.
Now, if I'm going first, I'll do it to him.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. If you're a good DJ, you're gonna do the right thing. You know?
Yeah.
And that's my thing. I can read the crowd. I don't care
Yes, you can.
what it is, what color you are. I've done country, I've done rock, I've done quinceañeras, with mariachis. I really,
That's good. You shouted out the other DJ we had Sunday. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I don't know the DJ culture, so I don't know.
Yeah. You should do that.
Yeah, that's good.
You should.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sheldon LA. Yeah, I heard that name a lot too. Yeah, is he from Cat?
No, he's from LA.
Is he?
He's from Santa Monica. Yeah, he's from LA. I think he went to Dorsey.
He went to Dorset, LA. That's what it is.
Y'all know Elston Butler? You don't know Elston? Elston is his radio station. KBLA. He's the president of KBLA. So he worked at iHeart. He is my dog. I DJ his wedding.
Okay.
And we became friends. And how we saw each other again was at Roger Slayton's at his funeral.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like, man, I've been looking for you, Gerald.
Okay, that's good. Hey, and so you knew about him when you were like what?
14. That's
14?
getting to the relay.
Yeah, 14.
14.
Yeah.
You know, Pomona is real small.
Yeah.
Really. And we only got 3 high schools if you want to count Ford Park. But Park West is continuing. You know, but yeah, man. We went to rival schools. You know, he went to Pomona, I went to Ganesha. But everybody knew each other. We used to go there and get their girls. They used to come over here trying to get our girls. You know, so, yeah, we'll let you step on here on me.
So you were like high school, you were going to parties, he was going like house parties too, or not? So
Yeah, I did house parties.
Like he said,
Blue Sears was right on hold. Right on hold. It was like 2 stories. Oh yeah, it was Blue Sears was like I think it was a restaurant. Yeah,
cool, man. So they had like Blue Sears, Griswolds, cool building. Cool ballroom, the Pomona favorite grounds, like you said earlier.
What was the place that was called? Carpenter Square.
Carpenter Square.
Yeah. That's the other one.
Yeah.
They became a promoter.
Did you ever go to the Metro?
Yeah, Riverside.
Yeah, I used to pack both sides of that. We used to pack that. Yeah, both sides. You remember how big that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Metro. Yeah, we used to come from LA to go to Metro off Ruberdale, 6-year Ruberdale.
Yeah.
Make that right turn.
Yeah.
I started DJing for the Sigmas from San Bernardino.
Okay.
They would do that Metro.
89, 89.
Yeah, man. They used to, man.
I used to slide out here, man, but I got back on that freeway. Back to LA. I didn't know these cats out here, man. I was like, yeah, I thought this was a city. They look like me.
Yeah.
When you get back on this 60, hey, right, you get off the freeway, there's a Shell station on the right, Life Church is on the right, go down to, what is that, Mission? Yeah. Hey, I can't make this up, dog. Yeah, I'll go, but I'll be back on that 60 West. She turned into the 10, to the 110, back to Western Imperial, dog.
He's been all over the world.
Man.
World famous,
That's
man.
crazy.
I did the Whispers one time at the Celebrity Theater. I think with Lisa.
Go there.
Yeah, that was those dudes. They saw it.
Yeah. Tell them though, the best party you ever did was Robert Barksdale's 57. And so
YBM Social.
Hey, you were there. We had a ball.
Really cracking, man.
Yeah, that was awesome. What other memories you have, man? Give me a
He
story.
played baseball.
Yeah.
Remember that? He was kicking with this cat named Eddie White. Played ball with him since JoJo Collins.
Yeah. JoJo, that's Tank's brothers.
Brother.
Yeah.
Man, it's just
They were
Everybody know everybody.
JoJo and Taylor. Yeah, and then I just left Eddie. I just came back from Seattle.
Okay. Yes, I thought.
Yeah, I went up there and
So you grew up with JoJo and Tank.
oh yeah, they're my little brothers.
Yeah, Tank was on my travel team for a minute. He was good. He's a year under me. He's 87. He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a loaded team, and he was the best young dude on our team. But yeah, Tank that was the name I heard a moment ago. Yeah, basketball. Bro. Tank was nice.
Yeah, I know his real name.
Okay. Well, his brother JoJo is what year?
He's 84. He's 84.
Was he decent?
Yeah.
He went to Colorado
For football.
Yeah.
Was he running back?
No, see,
Receiver.
Okay. Yeah. He's JoJo was what year? About
84.
84.
Let me tell you, I was DJing for Disney, and the last
You see, you just threw that in there. He said, that's like I said, I was playing ball. I caught that though.
So I did like three or four, I think 4 gigs for Disney. One of my friends, she works for Disney. She works for Buena Vista. So the movie division of Disney. And she, come on, Jordan, what you spend? These people, they ain't ready for you, you know. So I would do stuff for her. I DJ at Kevin Costner's club in at his restaurant in Pasadena, Twin Palms. I DJ there.
Talk to me, or like you say, I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to I got a gig, and you know what I mean. I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like that's cool. But yeah, he did a lot of weddings with big time people. His homeboy used to be the general manager of the Angels, right?
Yeah. Tony Regan's man. General manager. I did his wedding too. Tony Regan's so signed Mike Trout.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So yeah, he's like I said, world famous. Jordan.
And you still doing it, man? You still enjoying it? You not retired now.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
You enjoy it, it's your passion. That's good.
He retired at UPS. How many years you been at UPS?
32 years.
32 years.
All driving. Working inside.
Okay. I had a job at UPS for about 4 months.
I bet you did.
Let me tell you what I did. This was the summer of '87. It was a loader.
Mm-hmm.
So unloading is easy. Loader, you had to build a wall on the truck with boxes.
Right.
I worked at the one in Cerritos. I had to get the work boots. I had to wear the belt. Yeah, you're picking up stuff. You only work 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
I was dead tired. After about 40 minutes.
Your life.
Yeah.
I worked that job. Some of the people that started with me, right? Daryl Odom's wife started with me in '87. She did it for 30-something years. I did it for about 30, 40-something days. I was like, man, I think I'm gonna just finish college, dog. I ain't doing it.
Doing knee surgery, back surgery. I gotta have shoulder surgery. I was supposed to have back surgery in September.
Okay.
That pain went away, so I said, "Nah, I'm good."
Because you had to pick up all those boxes, right?
I pick up headboards, nightstands, dressers. I picked up Volkswagen doors. So we pick up anything from live lobsters to we would deliver live lobsters, live crickets, crazy stuff.
Yeah, the boxes, I think the heaviest we had was like 80 pounds. I think it was like 80 pounds. Yeah, that was a hard job because the belt just kept moving. And you got to build it all. And then if they don't fit, you got to set a box to the side. Yeah, you got to get that box. Okay, I got a space right here. 3/8. I worked there for the summer, dog. Cerritos.
Yeah, he's playing Tetris all day.
I stood in line to get that job. I was like, why did I do this?
Right.
Yeah, 3.5 hours, dog. Right. That's it. And it was like 11 at night to 2:30 in the morning. Right. Can't make this up, dog.
I'm gonna tell you how I got this job, man. I was working for an insurance company, like right by Angel Stadium, and I get this call on my phone, at my desk, this lady goes, "Hey, your friend put your name in, for UPS. Well, I want to know if you want to come work." I was like, okay, somebody in the office playing. Yeah, I hung this on up. She called me back. She said, "No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I want to, I want you to come work for Christmas time for me. And if you get a rehire code, I'll call you back." She was a sister.
Okay.
They didn't know what color. You know, she was so light skinned, but she was. She said, "Well, I'm trying to get more brothers to do this job." You know. So I went down there. So she saw me. She said, "I knew I was going to hire you right away." So I did the little driving test with her. We drove around the street.
In the truck.
Yeah. And then she showed me how to park it. I parked it. She was like, "You're gonna be good here." I worked at Christmas time, and then they took me. I was in a regular vehicle. They put me in a rental.
Okay.
Now the rental cars have these little shelves in them, and they're flat. So when you turn, as soon as you make the first turn out the building, everything falls in the middle.
Okay.
So now you got a whole different problem.
Yeah.
But I was fast. You know, I could get it done.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how my wife got the job. But she was my helper.
She was your helper.
She was my helper, and I taught her how to do the job pretty much.
Okay.
But I had to be mean to her because I said, "Look, if you want to get home, you gonna listen to me."
Yeah.
And she would just get mad at me. Dogs would chase her, and I'm having to carry tube TV
Yeah.
and those big gateway computers.
Yep.
With the cat boxes. Yeah, man. So I worked at Christmas, and they called me back February 2nd, man. And
You did 32 years.
32 years as a driver.
As a driver. What areas did you do? A lot of different areas?
I did John Wayne Airport.
Okay.
I did all the hangars. I'd see Kobe. I'd walk in with Kobe all the time.
Really?
Not sometimes, all the time.
Well, I can see
Especially when he was going back and forth to Denver.
Back in Oakland.
Yeah, I see everybody from Harrison Ford, Steven Spielberg.
Because you were there. Yeah.
Yeah, well they use those private charters. Owners of the Angels. I'd see Magic, Elijah One, Rodman lived on my route, which is amazing. That was crazy. And yeah, I see everybody. When Karl Malone first got here, he flew in there. And yeah.
Did Kobe ever speak?
Oh yeah, I had conversations with him.
Really?
Yeah, he's cool with it.
So he'd be walking in the hangar, you'd be walking in the hangar because you were delivering something, and he's right there.
He'd be like, "What's up, man? How you doing? You good today?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. How you doing?" You know, be like that. Because I remember that when they do like they used to, when they did like the All-Star game or whatever, they flew commercially. So they would fly them there commercially. I don't know what they do now, but it's all private now. Yeah. Back then
They were flying to John Wayne.
Oh yeah, people would walk by him because he looked skinnier in person. So they walk by, they knew he was tall, and then they would look, and then they would look back, they would double back, and then he would like look at me and start laughing. We would just start laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, one time I jumped in my truck and I looked down, and Harry Belafonte was sitting there by himself, just sitting there. I stopped the truck, man. I got shook that dude's hand. About half an hour conversation with him. And that's unheard of for you, but I was going to talk to him.
Yeah.
Nicest man in the world, man.
So UPS was good to you and the wife.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. She retired.
She retired. Yeah.
She did like 25 years. So she get a pension check.
I mean, that,
Yeah, mailbox money. Mailbox. Get that money.
To stay home.
Yeah. That's right. That's good stuff. You got any other DJ stories, Brand? Brandon.
I'm gonna tell you though, he used to do this mix, man. Remember the song, but he used to sing Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I did. I used to take the comedy records and scratch over what they were saying on the comedy records on the music. Yeah.
So you hear the comedy line.
And so cut the man and wouldn't miss a beat though.
Oh yeah, man, I forgot.
So I used to love when you do that.
Yeah.
They used to kill people.
Yeah. So what you got coming up, man? You got any gigs coming up?
I got Wind Me Up Social a lot. I have.
How'd you meet them?
I used to do their parties at the house. Oh, yeah, just do their parties.
Mimi, that's my homegirl, Junior.
And Mimi is a planner. She is good at what she does.
That's what she does for Edison.
Yeah, she's just good at what she does. Her parties are always amazing at the house. Such a good time.
Wind Me Up Social.
Yeah, it's our spot.
It up. It's a wine bar in Upland.
Yeah, I was there Saturday.
And it's a real nice place. Check it out.
Me and G-Man got lockers in there. He just threw 3 bottles of Camus in our locker. I don't know if you guys took one of mine. on Saturday.
Yeah, man, I gotta go. I gotta go by because my locker's getting full.
Yeah. They had the Camus tasting. Shout out to Wyoming up there. The Camus tasting on Saturday. Then they came to the gents party on Sunday. Yeah, it was right there on my table. They were in there. Yeah, JC and Mimi, the gents don't miss, huh?
You looking at the resident DJ for the gents.
There you go. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. Really cool, man.
So, yeah, man, thanks for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we just talking about this for weeks. Yeah, we want to get you up here. I appreciate you busy. I think you were in Dubai one. You were in the Mediterranean on a cruise.
Well,
Then you had to go to Asia for a DJ mix off, but we finally got you up here, dog. We happy. I appreciate you.
on Fridays, kept on
Yeah, first Fridays at Epic, first Saturdays at YMF, and then I got some select Fridays at YMF. So get ready, man. It's gonna be nice.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna let us know. I gotta get the itinerary, dog.
Yeah.
Email it. We just gonna follow around. Carry the records. So yeah, the road is gonna carry the records.
That's what the party gonna be.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them I'm here with G-Man.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, brother.
All right, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, much love.
Time, man. G. Yeah. Sir. Yeah. Original Gerald.
OT coming up.
Yeah.
This man, I've been knowing this man for some years, and we done been through some capers, but
He class of 72 also.
yeah, he my OT. And Mr. Harvey Fields, he got some coming up this weekend. He want to talk about it.
Okay, let's get him in here, dog.
Very successful black man.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show, Mr. Fields. Before you go into your stuff, how you get started smoking cigars?
I got started smoking cigars, I guess, 40 years ago.
So Randy got you started like he got me started.
40 years ago in college, when it was at San Jose State, and Elston Butler, his wife, I went to San Jose State with them.
Oh, okay.
I know him very well.
Yeah.
And whenever somebody would turn pro, we'd smoke cigars. So it was something that we do every now and then. Now, my favorite cigars are the Padron 26 or 64.
Mm-hmm.
And then lately, I've been smoking those chunks.
Okay.
Chunks were good.
Okay. What would you say is your favorite cigar?
My favorite cigar that I found out, because I got turned on to Cubans.
Mhm.
I have a good friend of mine who sends guys to Cuba every week. And I get these Cubans from him. Well, one of my friends on my Monday golf group gets Cuban cigars without the wrapper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what happens is some of the cigars that don't make the initial
Okay.
send out the cut for the wrapper, they sell those. And it may be something wrong with the wrapper that you can't even see, whether it be the vein,
Yeah.
but the leaf and everything is the same.
Okay.
I got a bunch of them,
Okay.
and they smoke very, very well.
Right there.
So I'm just going to cigar long enough to know what I like to smoke.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to have a tab on it. Now, I do not have to pay $150 for
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah.
Perfect drink with a cigar.
Perfect drink for cigar for me is
For you.
Macallan.
Okay.
Macallan 12 and 15.
That's right.
I love that. Today I'm drinking a little Cabernet, some red, something light.
Something like, this summer.
But I really like to sip Macallan 12, Macallan 15,
And they
with
got
a good cigar.
Let me tell you a McAllen story. So I go to the Big Smoke for the first time 5 years ago, and I didn't realize that all the alcohol in the Big Smoke was free. So I go to the table, the McAllen, because McAllen has a table, Douce had a table, Johnny Walker had a table, Belvini had a table. So I go, I'm like, let me, and it's all free. And I said, let me get to 18. The lady said, slow down, sweetheart. You don't have to worry. I'm gonna give you the 12.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna let you try the 15. Then you can try. I think it was 18.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried all three. I didn't know. I was, from Western Imperial.
All right.
No free alcohol. You said
Ain't no way.
you get free alcohol, you gotta run. So I had such a good time at the Big Smoke. You go to the Big Smoke?
And I've never been to the Big Smoke.
So let me tell you. So when I went, it's in Vegas.
Okay.
It's October 31st, November 1st this year. But when I went 5 years ago, the VIP ticket was $350. VIP gets you in at 5:30.
Right.
250 gets you in at 6:30. So I go and I'm standing in line with my partner, and then and I'm like, man, this line is long.
Right.
And I walked all the way to the front and said, hey, I paid, is this the line for the VIP? They're like, no, you're VIP. You can come in now. Those people don't get in until 6:30. I had to call my buddy back because the line was so long. I had to call on the cell phone and say, hey, you get in now.
Mhm.
You pay the extra $100.
Right.
You get in an hour early so you can go around to all the booths. They give you about 30 cigars.
Mhm.
So you just go to each booth. They just hand you a cigar, food, all you can eat, 5 different seafood, steak, prime rib, and then all the liquor street. It's all the high-end liquor because they figure cigar smokers drink high-end liquor. All you can drink all night. Man, I feel it's like a Disneyland for cigar smokers. The best thing now, the ticket for one night, if you want one night, $8.95.
Wow.
It went up that much in 5 years. If you want both nights, it's like $11.95. So then you get the Friday night big event, Saturday seminar where they teach you about cigars,
Right.
Saturday brunch, and the Saturday dinner where you get the 30 cigar, $1,195.
That sounds good. My wife was born and raised in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Anything Las Vegas, I'm ready to go.
Okay, you used to get the Mirage every year. Mirage closed last year, or the year before was at Resort World. I have to look and see where it is this year. But it's in the Cigar Aficionado every month. So I'm going to go. October 31st, November 1st.
I'll see you there.
Yeah, it's off the chain. And they always have an after party. But they have parties starting Wednesday through Monday. So Wednesday might be at one of the smaller lounges.
Right.
And Thursday, they're going to have a pool party sponsored by the cigar makers. Friday, they might have the big smoke. Plus, they're going to have something at one of those adult clubs that we don't go to because it's a Christian podcast.
That's right.
Then on Saturday, they got the big thing, and they got stuff on Sunday. So it's really Wednesday through Monday, but the big nights are Friday, Saturday.
Like fun. I'm sure they have a little golf in
I'm sure.
between.
I'm sure. Yeah. So yeah, big smoke, man. So you got an event. Tell us about your event. Speaking of golf.
Speaking of golf, so I am the executive director of Fields Comprehensive Youth Services.
Okay.
For the last 40 years plus, I've been working with youth, 13 through 17. I've never had a job that's doing nothing but working with youth my whole adult life.
That's good.
Working for the Boys Club, working for the city of LA, working for South Central.
Okay.
In July of 1996, I started Fields Comprehensive Youth Services, and I at that time it was what they call group homes.
Mhm.
We all know, and I'm sure all the people out there know and heard about group homes.
Yep.
2017, the group homes are no more. I made that transition to what they call short-term residential treatment program. A short-term residential treatment program is essentially a group home. Same thing, 6 boys to a home. 6 boys to a home. However, you must have you must be certified by the state of California to provide mental health services.
Okay.
So you have to have a psychiatrist, you must have a licensed family and marriage therapist, you must have rehab specialists,
Okay.
and then you have treatment specialists on the program side to provide intensive and trauma-informed care to our youth. I grew up. I started out at 109th Avalon,
Oh yeah.
okay?
I
And moved from there to La Puente. I went to Bassett High School. From there, I went to San Jose State when I was 17 years old on a football scholarship. Moved from there to San Bernardino, met my wife at Cal Poly. The whole time, my brothers and I, at the areas that I grew up in, are what we all call urban impacted areas.
Yeah.
Or the ghetto. Or areas where there's been gangs and drugs and much like Pomona and all these other places where it's just bad things happening.
Yeah.
The thing that saved me was sports.
Mhm.
I was a football player, basketball player, I was a baseball player, and I had coaches and teachers. God, thank the Lord that someone always kept me under their wing to keep me on the right track, that I did not go to prison, that I did not get strung out on drugs and whatnot. But I know all about it. So that is what drove me. I did not want to grow up. Now I know UPS drivers. I have a good friend of mine, just a UPS driver, 45 years.
Yeah.
Carl Davis, the hardest working UPS driver ever.
Yeah.
You know Ostel?
Yeah, I know you're talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's a good friend of mine. I met him through Haven.
Yeah.
And I know that UPS drivers are the hardest working people ever. I never wanted to be a fireman. My son's a fireman for LA County right now, a promoter. My daughter is plays soccer, and she's has her own clothing line and plays professional soccer. My son played professional baseball and all that. I didn't go pro. I always got jobs working with youth, youth that were in trouble. Now, when I was working in South Central for those 13 years for the city of Los Angeles, I always seen kids that I worked with every day. I worked Tuesday through Saturday, and I would talk to them and help them out, and ran the baseball programs. So in LA, they have recreation and parks. They have parks all over the city, and we all know that.
I grew up in Rancho Cienega.
Okay. Now, Rancho Cienega. So I started out at Ross Snyder on 44th and Compton, right next to Jefferson High School.
Yeah.
All right. And it was a hard environment. Everything was like blocks. People selling drugs and selling dope and they either wanted to be a drug dealer or a basketball player. Be like Magic or one of the dope dealers riding with the chains and the Mercedes, Suburbans, and all this business. I had to deal with these kids, and I dealt with them every day and talked to them because myself, I did not go pro. I'm working in an environment now with them. My dream was to be a professional football player. Now I'm working in these parks and recreation in South Central, dealing with these kids that I've seen a lot like myself, but they didn't have no one to talk to them, talk to them about what's right. And seeing the houses on the freeway, the big house on the freeway, those weren't drug dealers and those weren't professional athletes. Those were people that went to college and got a profession and got that job through a business and whatnot and became successful. That's what got me thinking really hard. I started thinking really hard about how can I provide 24-hour care and put my stamp as to how I became successful, how I used sports to get an education, and how I used sports to get a good job, how I used sports to meet and marry my very best friend in life, okay? And been married 40 years, August 24th. I'll be 65 on August 5th.
Okay. Tuesday.
To this day, I still work with youth.
Are you in LA or are you out this way?
Fields Comprehensive Youth Services is in Rancho Cucamonga, Muscoy, Oak Hills, and Upland.
Okay, Muscoy.
Okay, yes. And I deal with kids. I have contracts with LA County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, probation, and Department of Social Services. We get the kids that have been in jail for murder. We get the kids that are in jail for burglary. We get the kids that are in jail for selling drugs or whatever they went to probation for. That have mother and fathers that tried to do the best they could for their kids, but they still got into trouble and was going that way. Then on the other end, when you have kids from the Department of Social Services, they have been left in the system since they're 3 years old. Right. And they come up through the system and they hate life because they don't know any better. They don't know, they never had no one to talk to them about right and wrong and consequences for their behavior. And that's what we do at Fields Comprehensive. Okay. We have a team, a strong team. My daughter-in-law runs my mental health programs, my wife, my son, and my daughter management team. We have managers and treatment team specialists, people who have come from areas such as what we all know about. Yeah. The kids that I get, no one else wants to take. Okay. Because they're afraid of it. Yeah. I'm 65 years old, but to this day, I've not met a 13-year-old that I'm afraid of. Yeah. And God bless me, I have not met a 13 to 21-year-old to this day they're gonna whoop me. Yeah. Okay, I'm an executive director, and I don't deal with it like that. I constantly plan and make a way for our youth to do something special with their lives. So we talk to kids. We provide intensive trauma-informed care for our youth, for kids that grew up like everybody in this room, in a way that could have went the wrong way, but for some way, the Lord blessed us with someone that showed us the right way to be successful in life. So I've been doing it for a long time.
That's good.
And thousands of kids, a lot of kids come drive up to my house or call me up and tell me how they're doing, and some doing good and some of them doing bad. I see kids that have been in my program on the news. They've done something terrible, and God bless them. Last year, I decided to change my board of directors. So I have an all new board of directors right now. And last year at Sierra Lakes Golf Tournament course, on September 5th, we gave a golf tournament.
Okay.
We had 85 golfers. We had a tremendous golf tournament. The Akoneta Warren is the mayor of Fontana.
Yeah.
She's my chairperson.
Yeah.
She helps me out a lot.
Okay.
She helps me out a lot. That lady right there went to law.
It's a lot.
I grew up with her life.
Right.
My cousin dated her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows me like that. And that's what we talk about. And whenever I need her to help me with some of my kids, my boys, the youth that I serve, she's right there for me. And I care about her for that.
She lives on the street behind me.
Okay.
See my neighbors.
September 15th at Sierra Lakes Golf Course, we're going to have our second annual golf tournament. We're going to have a lot more than 80 this year. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have on number 19, which is the whole number 19, which is when we're done.
Yeah.
After the banquet, we're going to be selling Cuban cigars, and we're going to have a big smoke out on the balcony at Sierra Lakes.
That's
It's
good.
going to be awesome.
September 15th, Randy, we got to practice with you.
Yeah, all proceeds go to the to help my boys do something special. Whether it goes to the Knott's Point, where this year we have 4 kids that graduated from high school.
Okay.
All right, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
4 kids that graduated from high school, and they went to the prom.
Wow.
You know, my mental health team got them one of the longest party buses that I've seen in my life.
Okay.
We sponsored that, their tuxes, the whole works, sent them out to their proms, and they had a great time. Those are the types that's what my mother did for me and father. And I'm sure all of us had sponsors and people who cared about us to saw us through grad night and graduation and helped us to listen. My mother always told me, you get a job and stay on it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you go to college and find a career.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to do one or the other.
That's right.
If you're lucky enough to play professional sports, whatever the sport it is, and make millions of dollars, God bless you, because you're going to be all right. Other than that, you have to take that slow progression in life, that slow, steady progression in life that's going to take you to success. It's going to help you keep that roof over your head, keep a car to drive, keep food in the cabinet, clothes on your back. A lot of youth don't know that, hey, when you turn that light on, somebody got to pay for that.
Yes.
When you sell the refrigerator and the food in that refrigerator, somebody got to pay for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, when you got a car to drive, somebody got to pay for that car.
Yeah.
Someone has to pay for insurance. Somebody got to pay for maintenance. And these are all the things that I try to tell my boys, 13 through 17, 18 through 26. They stay with us. We've had a lot of success with that. Our golf tournament is going to be tremendous to provide these type of services for our kids. Intensive care services. I have one of the best teams of any short-term residential treatment program in all of Southern California.
Let me ask you this. How long do the kids, you said short term, how long do they stay with you?
Our short-term residential treatment program is supposed to be for 4 months. It doesn't happen like that.
They stay longer.
Yes, they do. And sometimes to 18.
Mm-hmm.
And now when they go to 18, they can stay until they're 26 if they're going to college, if they have a job, if they're doing the right thing. But a lot of the kids, when they turn 18, they've been in the program, in the system for so long, when they get 18, they show you their middle finger and they want to go out and do their own thing.
Yeah.
But don't you know that 45% of the youth that are out there on the street right now pushing baskets are from the Department of Social Services and Probation?
It's not surprising. No.
45%, the other high percentage of them are in prison. And I know that my mother told me early on that when I was born, I had a number, a prison number.
Mm-hmm.
And they were ready to give me a jumpsuit and put me in a cage. It was up to me to do what I had to do to stay out of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way that I grew up. And this is what I try to instill with our boys. And when I say I have a great team, I have 37 employees. Each and every one of them know who I am and know what I'm about. There for a long time, I was there day to day doing my own intake, going down there, getting kids in check when they bust out a window or do whatever they're gonna do. Now it's a little bit different. I have to say that the mental health side really and truly works for us because we have a great team that are not afraid to get in front of any young man and talk to them and get a relationship with them. If you get a relationship with these young men and make them understand that you care for them, then you can do something and help them.
Okay, that's good. That's real stuff, man. Funny story, man. I grew up going to the Hollywood Boys Club, and we played a game. We were in a tournament. We played the Challengers Boys Club. I don't know if you heard of that. Man, Challengers. You know Challengers?
Yes, sir. I know Challengers.
Man, so we had it rough. Challengers, but kept me off the streets at, 11, 12, 13, 14, because they had sports. They had sports, every sport, not just sports, pool, ping pong, wiffle ball, everything. And they would feed you too. So I remember I was going there one summer of '80. I was 12, and I went back to school after the summer was over, and I lost a whole bunch of weight. My mother took me to the hospital, to the doctor, and the doctor talked to me, and he started laughing. He said, "Your son is fine. He was eating 6 meals a day. Now he's only eating 3. Because I was eating at home, get breakfast, eating lunch. She take me to lunch because by her job, eating dinner there and then dinner at home. So yeah, definitely helped me.
These are all the stories that we know.
Yeah.
Of course, unfortunately, we all sitting here, we're all successful and through doing great things in life. However, there's a lot of young men that don't have those people in our lives to help us follow that path to success.
Yep.
That's what I do.
That's what I do. 2 things I'll say. I was an educator, and LA Unified, when I was a principal there, had a 55% dropout rate for African American boys. 55%. So my assistant principal, she was a teacher at Compton High, and she was my AP. She she taught at Compton High, so she left there in 02, but she went back to the graduation in 06. 900 freshmen started at Compton High in September of 02. 150 graduated. 750 didn't finish. Now, some of them may have gone to continuation or got a GED, but 900 freshmen entered, 150 walked across the stage in 06. Can't make this up. So that definitely, and I think one of the problems is that especially young Black boys and Latino boys, they might go all the way till junior high school before they have a black male teacher. So a lot of times boys aren't taught that school is cool. When I was in 7th grade, I had a peachy folder and you see the little girls, they got a backpack, they got 2 folders, they got the dividers. It's organized because to them school is cool. But for boys, so that's the issue with us, that a lot of young Black males don't see education as something cool. So that's one of the things we got to change is that they can see more. You got to have more Black male teachers at elementary, junior high. I had Mr. Crittenden at Audubon, but I had, it was an AP. I had a couple Black male teachers, so that helped. And then high school, I had 1 or 2 at Hawthorne. But a lot of times these boys get to 14, they've never had a Black male teacher. So how do they relate to school when everything in school is female, non-African American, and it's about being organized? How many 10-year-old boys are organized? Right. So yeah, that's definitely something. I'm glad you touched on that. But that's real talk. 55% dropout rate African American in LA Unified. And that was 20 years ago. I don't know what it is now. But But yeah, definitely. So golf tournament on the 15th.
Golf tournament on the 15th, the Sierra Lakes Golf Tournament. The Honorable Mayor of Fontana of California is our chairperson.
Okay.
Fields Comprehensive is going to put on a tremendous golf tournament at Sierra Lakes. Be there.
What time does it start?
It starts at 7 o'clock in the morning registration. Burritos, coffee, the whole works. 8 o'clock shotgun start. We're gonna have lunch at 1. Break with the whole works. We're gonna have a raffle. The raffle's gonna be really nice. Graceful raffle prizes. And on the number 19.
19th hole.
19th hole.
That means
it's gonna be my guy. His name is Terry
He's been on the show.
Okay, Terry. You know Terry?
Yeah.
Terry's gonna sponsor my cigars.
Okay, yeah, Terry.
Terry's gonna be there.
We went to his boxing thing.
Yeah, Terry's gonna be there. He's gonna sponsor the cigars. We're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be really good. And Can't wait for it to happen.
Okay, so burritos and coffee at 8.
Burritos and coffee at 7.
So,
Shotgun started at 8.
okay, you gonna stagger all the.
Yes, oh yeah. Everybody goes to all 18 holes, and we'll be done by 12:30, 1 o'clock. Have our banquet in the 19th hole. Now, the one thing I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to talk to other people out there about, is we're going to have what they call a spectator opportunity. So, if in fact you don't play golf, you don't want to play, you don't play golf because you're not what you do, you can still come and sign up.
Oh, that's awesome.
And play golf and do a putting contest at 11 o'clock.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna have a putting contest for our spectator participants. And as a spectator, you can come and meet and greet and mingle and come and smoke cigars on the 19th hole.
Oh, yeah.
Burritos
I got a button green in my backyard, you know.
There you go.
That's good stuff, man. Okay. That's good stuff, man. September 15th.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to it, man.
G-Man.
Thank you so much.
We got to practice.
Yeah. Last time I went out there, me and Harvey went to
The 9 hole.
Chris.
We played at Whispering Lakes.
Whispering Lake.
How'd you do?
Oh, man.
I did pretty good.
We did good. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I won my last tournament, but I'm not gonna do it at this time because I have friends that I can bring that are scratch golfers,
Okay.
and we're gonna shoot 52.
Okay.
I want man
That-
else.
That day we had a great time. It was me, him,
Emmett down.
Emmett Down, the best barber in all of Southern California.
Right here.
Groom time, shout out to Groom time.
Yeah.
We had a great time. We had a lot of fun. I think we shot 2 over.
Yeah. So
2 over, something like that. And we weren't trying to win.
yeah.
It's not about trying to win all the time. It's about coming out and having a good time.
Fellowship with your brothers.
Yes.
There you go.
And with my golf tournament, it's all about knowing that these black and brown youth need someone to care about them and show them the right way. And with your support, it gives us an opportunity to do it on a higher level.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's good. I love it, man. He said, I was there when he said burritos and coffee. I would just need a Sprite before I start going.
Right.
All right, cool. That's good stuff.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Harvey Fields.
I appreciate you guys.
Yes, sir.
OG.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Man.
Episode 46, dog. In the book.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, the world famous G-Man and Harvey
Fields.
Yeah.
Start bench cut.
Yeah. All the start bench cut.
That's right.
Andre Layton on the boards.
Yeah.
Next week, man, we'll be back. We'll be digging into some more NFL, MLB, NBA.
Trivia.
Oh yeah, we just talked about little boy walked up into the
NFL. Yeah. Man, the
like you
CT.
said, man. That dude had mental health issues.
History of
Yes,
this.
went to Granada Hills High School.
Which is a great school.
Great school. Walked straight up the street with an AR-15.
Yeah, how was that? All right, man. We're signing off, huh?
All right, man. Signing off, man. We'll be back next week on our podcast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See y'all later. Stay safe out there.
Yeah.